some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Fighting off the defender. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they're able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Firing to the right, complete. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? Third down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now and first and goal. They are feeling it.
Back to throw, it's Willihan. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Seminoles.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside that are going to make plays, obviously it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Lets it fly. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Takes the easy one to the back. Can't get him to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Sooners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged out of the air. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Got his man. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! A great catch and run for 6.
Defense has got to do a better job of crowding this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Run out of bounds at the 39-yard line, but what a return to set up this offense. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. It's Willihan. Fires left. He's got it. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this 2nd period ought to be a lot of fun. First play of the period, 1st down here. Defense wants to bring the heat. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Florida State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, all the hype, all the build-up, it's come to a head, and we've got some action in this game of the week. Minnesota is currently rowing the boat right now. This is shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up 14 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything else happens in this clash between the top 2 teams in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pulls it in. It's Downs. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. The offense changing the play. To the air on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. It's on target and complete. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
There's a lot of ways to run the football. You can do it conventionally, handing it off. You can do it with the QB run. How about getting the wide receiver involved, though, on the reverse? Perfectly executed. He's able to get to the outside. That's a really nice gain for the offense.
The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Man, you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, Not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me. I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he puts through the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years, not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie, and guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those.
There he goes. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got room to work. It's a running room. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
To the ground with the back. He breaks a tackle and runs through another guy. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. In a sea of noise. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Now improvising. Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Found a seam. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Sooners! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Looking downfield, it's Willihan. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He's going to fire to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Shields. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown! Oklahoma made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Willihan. He's got an open man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. They'll immediately call timeout. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
To the air on first down. Under fire. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
To the air on second down. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Now facing a third and long. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. take on first down, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't...
Makes the grab inside the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Noles want to crank the tempo.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. To the air, it's Willingham. Quarterback moving. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to fire. He's going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, play physical.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Noles!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked him apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running.
That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Man, the coach is going to absolutely give him an earful. You have to understand the situation in the game. I got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We're winning the football game. Ball security. I can't reach that thing. I got to cover it with 2 hands and make sure I don't turn it over. What a big-time mistake.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Willihan. Looking left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a crease to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit.
Breaks into the open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next...
Speeding down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Seminoles.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Wilcox. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Might be looking to run. Slithers into space. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Got a man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time. He's got his man. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Lost to throw again. Here comes the heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Here's the pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. And tackled there by the defense.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm. It's starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success. And you know, if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Good, right down the boulevard. And they go back on top. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Number 1 and number 2, and the numbers keep changing on the scoreboard, gentlemen. Minnesota has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 28 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this 1 versus 2 matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to... Turning it on! The 50, the 40, at the 20. Touchdown, Florida State! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Wilcox. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. This time on target. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the third sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll try the right side. Got the first down, looking for more. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, no! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Looking downfield, it's Carter. It's incomplete. Tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Defense was not fooled for a second, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's down. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
All right, so they fail on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Complete to the right. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Woolihan. He's got it on the move. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
They'll try to pass their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running it.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Using his feet. Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special.